Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Trailhead Ranger NJ, and we are doing this series to become an agent blazer champion. And to become an agent blazer champion, we need to complete this trail mix. So we need to complete this trail mix. And in our previous two videos, we have already covered these two modules related to the first topic. And in this video, we'll be covering the third module, that is natural language processing basics. So it is a very short module. We'll try to make it as short as possible. So let's get started. And our first unit is get to know natural language processing. So we have already understood that what is natural language processing. It is nothing but to create a response or to generate a response via AI in a most human form. So it is a field of artificial intelligence which combines computer science and linguistics to give the ability for AI assistant to understand and interpret and generate human language in a way which is meaningful and useful to humans. So in short, that is the natural language processing. So what exactly the natural word imply here? That is the most humanist way of language it will generate the response into. So this is the history of NLP. We are not going to go through that. And then again, human language is the natural language. If we try to understand what is there are two subfields of the natural language processing. First is the natural language understanding, and the second is the natural language generation. So what's the difference between these two? So if we are processing our data from unstructured to structured, then it is called as natural language understanding. But if we are processing structured to unstructured form the data, it is called as natural language generation. But if you are wondering, if we are giving some prompt or some question input to an AI assistant and it is giving us a response, so what exactly it is? Is it a natural language understanding or is it a natural language generation? So it is natural language generation because it is converting our structured data to unstructured data, which is giving us meaningful answer, contextually appropriate or natural like text or even speech. Okay, now let's come to the quiz. Our first question is, what is natural language? Our first option is the root of all languages. No. Second, the ways humans communicate. No. Third, how you computers speak to each other. No. And the fourth is the language of plants. So no. So B should be the most appropriate answer. The way humans communicate is the natural language. Now our second question is, in what ways have neural networks impacted NLP? NLP is natural language processing. Our first option is NLP has become faster. Second is NLP has become more contextually accurate. Third is NLP is no longer important. So A and B should be the correct answer. Let's check. And it's correct. Now let's move on to the next unit of this module, that is learn about natural language parsing. So there are different terms related to the natural language parsing which we will be understanding here. So what are the basic elements of the natural language? It is nothing but to comprehend their relationship, the words which we will be inputting or we will give as input, understand their context and their meaning. What are the different elements of the natural language in English include? It has vocabulary, grammar, syntax, semantics, pragmatics, discourse and dialogue, phonetics and phonology, and morphology. Now we have parsing natural language. So what exactly does it mean? So you understand that we are giving some words and then it is generating an output based on that by understanding its meaning, its behavior, its relationship. So we use large language model in such case to along with the natural language processing. So it give the reasoning engine, machine learning, deep learning, and even rule based system it uses to process and analyze the text which we are giving. So this technique called as parsing, It involves breaking down text or speech which we have given to the AI assistant into smaller parts to classify them for the natural language processing. And this parsing includes two type of parsing. First is syntactic and the another one is semantic. So syntactic where elements of natural language are analyzed to identify the underlying grammatical structure, but semantic is which derives its meaning. Now, the syntactic parsing includes segmentation. Segmentation, it means it is dividing our larger text into smaller and meaningful chunks. Tokenization, it means it is splitting it into a individual words which is called as tokens. Stemming, it means words are reduced to their root form or stem, which for example, if we are having words such as breaking, breaks or unbreakable, then all are reduced to break word. Now lemmatization, so it is very similar to stemming, but it reduces word to their root and takes the part of speech into account to arrive at a much more valid root word. It means it will not just consider the break word, it will also check its meaning, what this word hold its meaning in the given sentence as well. Part of speech tagging means assign grammatical labels or tags to each word based on its part of speech. Named entity recognition. It uses algorithm to identify and classify named entities such as people, dates, places, organization, and so on. Now we talk about semantic analysis. So it analyzes sentiments, intent, as well as context analysis it does. So that's why it is able to derive more meaningful output. Now let's come to the quiz. Our first question is, which natural language processing technique uses the part of speech to more accurately find the root of a word? First is segmentation, second option is tokenization, third option is stemming, and the fourth is lemmatization. So lemmatization should be the correct one. Now second question is, what is the what is the term for finding the underlying structure of text in NLP? Parts of speech. Second option is parsing. Third is morphology, and fourth option is sentiment. So B option should be the correct one. I guess let's check. And it's correct. That's how we have completed this module, that is the natural language processing basics. So I hope you understand the basics of the natural language processing, what exactly it does, and what are there some of the ways or some of the terms which used in the natural language processing or while using the natural language processing. So this is done, and in our next video we'll be targeting large language models. So if you like it, please like the video and subscribe the channel. And thank you. Stay tuned.